If you're interested in getting custom ear mold, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 different custom ear mold styles. I'm also going to touch on what ear molds are and what they're made of as well. I hope you stick around to the end of this video because if you do, I'm going to share 3 ear mold styles that I have worn throughout my life. I think you're going to get something out of this video. Go ahead and hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more great hearing loss related content. Let's start off by answering the question, what are custom ear molds? Custom ear molds are molds of your outer ear to ensure a more comfortable and proper fit for your hearing devices. Custom ear molds can also be made as earplugs, headphones, and like I said, hearing devices to assist those who are hard of hearing or deaf. Now let's chat about what these molds are made of. They're most commonly made of silicone or acrylic. They can also be made out of vinyl and foam. Now I will say, I don't recall ever having a vinyl or foam mold. Those materials can usually be reserved for earplugs for water swimming situations and or noise reduction situations. Silicone is extremely comfortable and durable. I have most often had silicone molds. Acrylic is hard, firm, it's also durable, but can be more prone to shattering if dropped. Now, I will say the mass of an ear mold is quite little, so if it is dropped, the likeliness of breakage is pretty slim, but it's definitely more possible than a silicone mold. Vinyl is also comfortable, durable, and easy to clean. I will also add that silicone can cause allergic reactions for some as well. And last but not least, foam custom ear molds are probably the most comfortable, and they are easy to clean, but they are a little bit more porous, which means they can hang on to wax and oils and break down faster. So therefore, foam ear molds are not as durable as some of the other materials. I will say, because skin can react negatively to silicone and vinyl, if you have really sensitive skin, acrylic might be a good option for you. Ultimately, the style of hearing aid you get will depend on your lifestyle, your skin sensitivities, and things like that. I recommend that you consult with your audiologist. They will consider these factors, the options, and make a recommendation for you. Now, let's talk about 5 different hearing aid mold styles. Hopefully, when you get your molds created by your audiologist, you'll have the option to select from these different styles. Keep in mind that your hearing aid style or model may require a certain mold make. I can explain more about this later. The full shell is the first custom ear mold style I'm going to mention. It is a full molding of your outer ear, including the canal and the outside of your ear. The full shell ear mold model is usually for those with mild to moderate to severe hearing losses. The next is a half shell. It includes a molding of your ear canal and half of your outer ear, namely the lower half. A half shell is more commonly used for people with mild to moderate losses. The next model is the skeleton. This is essentially an outline of your outer ear and it fills the inner ear canal. The fourth one is a canal lock. This essentially just fills in your ear canal and has a little piece that extends into your outer ear. This little extension offers a more secure fit for those who want it. The canal lock hearing aid mold model or style is a good option for wearers of receiver in the canal hearing aids. I highly recommend a canal lock ear mold for receiver in the canal hearing aid wearers. This particular style is not as visible as the previous styles, the full shell, half shell, and skeleton models. The canal lock just offers more security of the receiver in the canal hearing aid more properly in the ear. And last but not least, the 5th model or style of ear mold that we're going to cover today is the canal. This is a simple molding of the canal of your ear. Keep in mind that when you get an ear mold form made of your audiologist will likely fill in your ear canal and your whole outer ear. Don't be alarmed. This is just so that they can get more information, so when they submit the design or style that you want, it can be made accordingly. Do you have any questions about these different hearing aid mold styles? If so, I would love to hear in the comments below. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end of this video because I'm going to share the 3 different ear mold styles that I have worn. I have worn the full shell, the canal lock, and skeleton ear mold styles. Now, you're probably asking, which one do you like best? Personally, I like the skeleton. Keep in mind, I have a moderate to severe hearing loss. I need a good fit to get good sound into my ear. I like that the skeleton model offers that without feeling like my whole ear is plugged. And that's a feeling I get from the full shell ear mold. And the reason the canal lock is not something that I really enjoy is because it's so small. It just doesn't fit as snugly and give me as great a sound quality as I feel like the skeleton model does. So keep in mind that the severity of your hearing loss is definitely a factor to consider when you are selecting your hearing aid style. That is in the case of that your audiologist lets you choose. I want to talk briefly about different hearing aid materials. So I actually have 2 canal lock examples right here. They are a little discolored. Now keep in mind, this is the silicone. You can tell it's silicone because it's squishy. And this is acrylic. It's not squishy. I wore these molds for probably about the same amount of time. And one thing that's really interesting is that, as you can see, with this particular acrylic model, it's not as yellowed. It is easier to clean because it's less porous than the silicone model. So keep in mind about that. But one thing I want to add is acrylic is not as flexible. So if you get an acrylic mold made, when you open your jaw or you move, this is going to feel more stiff in your ear. One good side about silicone is that it's more flexible and moves with your ear. So that's something to keep in mind. If allergies are not an issue, so you have the option between silicone or acrylic, you definitely want to go with just what's more comfortable. I will definitely say I find silicone more comfortable. But I was experiencing excessive itching with silicone, so for a while we decided to move to this acrylic option. It worked. It had good sound quality, but it still wasn't as comfortable as the silicone. So there are different options and things that you should consider when selecting the right ear mold style for you. Here's an up close of my skeleton ear mold. Now, if I was wearing a full shell, this portion would be filled in. If I was wearing a half shell, the upper portion of the mold would be missing. So again, there are pros and cons to fit with regards to the style that you choose. If you prefer a more plugged, closed fit, you're going to want to consider a full shell. If you want an open, airy fit, then you probably want a smaller mold option. I hope you got something out of this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to making more great hearing loss related content for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.